All right. Well, we are here.
Do you need?
Let me see if the mic will
Are we
work.
on live?
I believe I clicked the mic. We are live, so
Yes. Hey
Hi.
guys. Sorry
Yeah.
about that little mix up there for a second. Today we are going to be playing Overwatch. It's starting at 12 p.m. today, and it is a best 3 out of 5.
But yeah, let me make sure the mic is actually working real quick. Let me get 1 second. I'm gonna make sure if it's actually.
$3 delay. Well, the audio is. Yeah, they hear you, but let me get the game audio. So now they
Alright.
should be able to hear the game.
All right.
And let me
Sure.
check. Yeah, use the headset so you can hear the game too.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks. Sounds good.
Yeah,
But
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, make sure you can hear the game. Can you hear it?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And you should be in the lobby, right? We're not in the lobby.
I don't think we've been invited to the lobby yet. We'll be here momentarily. We're just trying to get a few last minute things set up.
Just a little mix up in terms of getting things set up.
Oh, there we go. And we should be in.
I don't know why the camera turned blue. We're gonna have to figure that out. It wasn't blue earlier.
Might be. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
It wasn't blue earlier. That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go and get the starting lineup while we're
Alright.
things underway. So we're in the lobby.
Here's our starting lineup currently. Today I believe we'll be having Azadale on tank. I believe Q is going to also be on tank, as well as I believe Drayton will be on DPS. Is Caleb gonna? I haven't seen the actual Marietta lineup. Is that going to be?
It's already there, so you can see who's.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Then yeah, we're gonna have C4 Gamer. Most likely going to be on support. Granny Tsunade on support. He has a great Adana. Poseidon most likely going to be Poseidon's also good at support, but we've seen him in scrims playing DPS recently. Azadale most likely on tank, but he has been playing DPS as well. I would assume Q is usually going to be on the tank for this match. But yeah, other than that, I'd assume Shakendorf's almost always going to be on the DPS. So I'd say you could expect Poseidon on DPS, Shakendorf on DPS, and then Granny and C4 on support, as well as Azadale and Q on tank. And for the lineup for Muskingum, we're going to see if let's see if we can get actually to the lobby itself. Let me get to here. I think actually if we can get to Overwatch. Get to alright, only 2 spectators per team. Alright, I feel like yeah, we'll definitely be able to stay in it, so that way we'll be able to spectate the actual match. I think yeah, if only 2 yeah, there we go. We should be good for the game currently. See if we can get to the actual gameplay and get you guys looking at the actual game. We're in the lobby currently. The game hasn't started yet, however. Just trying to make sure that game is going well. Yeah, we're just trying to get some profiles set up, making sure that they're public. 1 second, be right back. Here's something real quick.
Sorry about that, guys. We're just trying to set that up right now. Me and him right now, we're both novices at this, so just trying to get things stable.
Yeah, that's it. So when they're ready to start, they'll start.
Okay, to get to that screen later.
Oh yeah. So yeah, go to, since Marietta's on blue, right? Yeah, so go to overlay.
All right.
Overwatch.
Oh, there it is.
And then hit blue.
There we go. That should show it. There we go. All right, I guess that's from overlay. That makes a lot more sense. All right, here we are. This is the actual lobby that we're currently in. This should be the lineup that we're going to be seeing from Muskingum. Trev Daddy is their DPS player. He is Diamond in I believe in every role, actually, that I've seen. He was above 3,000 SR for for each role. However, he's highest in DPS, second highest in tank, and third highest in support. Very good player overall. He's just amazing. Yuki is going to be their second DPS. I wasn't able to see a lot in his profile. I believe he plays a little bit of Somber here and there, but we're going to exactly see what he can do. Lava is one of their supports. Queen Pratt, I believe, is their other support. And then Big O Energy and Rafam are their tanks. Rafam plays a lot of Rhine, so I'd assume Big O Energy, especially because of the Diva icon, is probably going to be their off tank. And I'm not exactly sure what support players Queen Pratt plays, but I believe Lava plays a lot of Ana. So we'll most likely be seeing that today. But, you know, a lot of possibilities. Second match of the season for Marietta. So we'll get a look at what they can do. And looks like Muskingum is ready to start. So whenever Marietta is ready to go, we'll be able to start this game. And looks like we're going to start on Oasis, starting on Control. Not a bad map at all. We'll see what strategy they can use to actually get to the point if they go hard left or if they just go straight down mid. I'm interested to see what their tank lineup's going to be, as well as with their support, if they're going to be bringing in Ana for just how powerful her anti-nades are. And actually, yep, we are going to be entering the game currently.
Welcome to Oasis.
We'll get a good look at what their lineup's going to be. Oh, the DPI on this mouse always gets me. All right. Yeah, this is a high DPI. All right. Yeah, we can switch perspectives. Let's get over to it itself. No, it's not. I believe Marietta is going to be on the offensive, actually. So we're going to see the lineup coming from Muskingum. Trev Daddy's gonna be running the Echo. Trev Daddy runs a lot of Echo. And Yuki's going to be on the Mercy. Lava's going on the Moira. Not bad picks. Queen Pratt is actually going to be playing tank. Going to be on Diva. The mouse is still messing me up. All right. Big Energy on the Torb, as well as Rafam on the Monkey. So we'll see exactly how this will go. Marietta on the Lucio, Ana, Sombra, Brian, Zarya, and Reaper. So we'll see exactly how this is going to go for them. It looks like Marietta went straight down mid, whereas Muskingum has gone hard left, going to the boost. And we're going to see no picks taking initially. Moira tries to get some extra damage in. And it looks like we're going to see that the point is initially going to be taken by Marietta. However, it's going to be easily contested by Muskingum. And Trev Daddy on the Echo trying to get some extra aggression in there. Asdip does take out Trev Daddy. That's a really good pick. That's their Diamond player, as well as Shakenor taking out Rafam. And we're also going to be see Diva out of Mech, as well as Azadel finishing out the baby Diva. Rezzed by Mercy is Trev Daddy, but that's going to be a one-team fight. And that, except for the Echo trying to contest just a little bit. And the Torb turret trying to get a little bit extra damage off. We always love to see that. However, that is one team for Marietta, not a team kill. But again, you know, they'll take what they can get. So Azadel doing very well with his aggression, making sure that he can get rid of the baby Diva, as well as just get rid of Trev Daddy off the rip. Very well done. Going to see a second team fight off the initial choke, going to be coming from... Actually, the Monkey Bowl is just going to be taken out immediately. And we're also going to see the grab coming out. And there's going to be Azadel taking out Trev Daddy again, Shaken Dwarf taking out Rafam. And Lava's going to be using her beam. And then Yuki's going to res Trev Daddy. And there's Lucio ult, making sure that Marietta is not going to be taking out as incredibly easy as they could be. And we will see Baby Eva trying to figure out some way to get some damage in, get her mech back. But the Echo does pull out her ultimate. She's going to copy Zarya, takes out Granny, as well as Poseidon. But Rafam's going to take out Poseidon. Shaken Dwarf taking out Lava. And then there's going to be another 2 grabs at the same time. And that's going to end that team fight. Q just team kill, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Marietta taking him out. Again, very impressive. The Echo ult was very, very strong. However, even with the Diamond player, Marietta is still going to be able to actually win that team fight. I'm super impressed. This is a huge improvement from what I expected, so very well done. And then we're going to be seeing the monkey coming from behind, trying to get some extra aggression onto them, but it's not going to be enough to actually stop them. Watching. There's going to be EMP coming out from the Sombra, and then there's going to be initial pick from Azadale onto Rafam, Trev Daddy, as well as Lava from Shaken Dwarf and Q. And then there's the Mercy as well. This could be another team kill, as well as the D.Va being out of mech, and almost going to be enough for the final. There we go. What more can we say? That was just, there was no chance. I feel like their team is a little bit top heavy with you know, Rafam being well, I'd say, you know, Trev Daddy, he's a very good player, but I also feel like he can he's being targeted effectively by Marietta. He's being taken out very, very fast. And looks like Trev Daddy's actually gonna switch off to the soldier. Gonna get gonna see if he can try this from a different angle. You know, I'd say that, you know, Marietta, they know that Trev Daddy's a very good player. They're targeting him, and once he's taken out, the Mercy wastes the res on him, and then the team just gets wiped out again, you know? I just feel like with Trev Daddy being targeted, it's just, he's just what's carrying the team, and as long as he's gone, Marietta can just finish it off. It looks like they're going to be pushing down far right, or not far right, but just mid right. The Sim turret's trying to contest a little bit of aggression. And then there's going to be Queen Pride taking out Poseidon. This is going to be initial pick, not Marietta's favor. And it looks like Queen Pride's just trying to get anything else that he can get onto Marietta. The point is going to be fallen back to by Marietta. And it looks like Marietta's almost about to actually contest the point. And Azadale's also taken out by Rafam. Rafam also charges and kills Q. It looks like it's going to be a lost team fight for Marietta. That's 3 picks currently. And I believe it will be. That's going to be the first point taken by Marietta. So, yeah, I mean, the initial pick was not helpful at all, especially considering exactly how difficult it is for the aggression to come after you're already on a 5v6. We will see that Poseidon's trying to get some extra aggression on the points, some teleports, trying to make sure that he can, you know, divert the attention a little bit. But, actually, oh, the DPI on this mouse, sorry. Alright. There's the wall from the Sim, as well as the Mercy ultimate. That's 2 ultimates used by Muskingum. And we're also going to see the, as well as, the Trev Daddy taking out both Q and C4, and he's going to get the melee kill on the Granny T, as well as Rafam getting the charge kill on Azadale. That's going to be a lost team fight for Marietta, and we're going to see that Sim is going to be setting up her turrets. So, like, this was hugely in Marietta's favor at the beginning, and now it's going to be hugely in Muskingum favors in this map. So it's just really just back and forth. We're going to see exactly how Muskingum's going to try and hold on to this point, and how Marietta's going to actually try and get it back. We're going to be seeing the tire from the Junkrat from Muskingum getting rid of... Actually, no. Poseidon does take out the tire from Big of Energy. And there's the Zarya bubble, as well as the counter shatter from the Ryan Q, getting 2 kills onto Trev Daddy, as well as Big O Energy. Big O Energy getting a kill from onto Q, C4, as well as Rafam killing Granny T. And that's going to be another lost teammate from Marietta. Those are 2 picks, as there's a team kill also on Marietta. So the 2 initial picks from the Rhine were very, very helpful in the team fight. It's just it was not nearly enough for all the counter picks that were being enabled by the counter shatter from the Rhine from Muskingum. And there's the Moira being gone from Muskingum, as well as the counter ult from the Lucio. And then Shaken Dwarf trying to get some kills off. There is his ultimate popped on the Trev Daddy. Big O Energy, that's 4 picks onto Muskingum. All he needed to do is clean it up. And that is going to be a 1 team fight for Marietta. And there we go. So that's the point captured. Again, that team fight was only needed to get the point itself. However, it is at 99% for Muskingum, so not going to exactly be in the best favor for Marietta. They're going to have to hold on to this for a long time. The ult economy is looking good. However, they do have Nano as well as Shatter. They can Nano Ryan, get a Shatter off, win another team fight, buy themselves some time. Looks like they're going to be going from the mid-right, as well as some Sim turrets being set up. And it looks like we're going to see just a battle of the Ryan Zarya. And it looks like we're going to get, again, Nano Ryan. Really well done. We're going to see the Shatter coming out as well. It's 2 ults spent. That's a good 2 ult fight. Looks like they're going to have to do some dry fights for a little while, unless they do as well have grab from Azadale. So a grab would not be too terrible to ensure that they can win the next team fight. I mean, I'm just seeing a lot of positives on this side, and looks like Muskingum's going to have Tire at some point, but if Poseidon can do exactly what he did before and just shoot the Tire, I feel like it's just going to go very well for them. Either way, you know, this is still technically in Mariatta's favor. There's the grab coming out exactly from... I think that was a canceled Shatter from Rafam. Very well done. Here comes the Tire from the Junkrat, taken out by Azadale. Very well done. Lava taking out Shakendorf as well as Trev Daddy taking out Poseidon. However, these 2 picks are not going to be enough for Muskingum. That was already too much wasted. The Rhine tries to Shatter. Mid-grab. Dies. The Junkrat pulls out his Tire. The Tire gets destroyed. Big O Energy is holding onto his Tire way too long. He just needs to blow it up. He just needs to use it. It keeps getting destroyed. It's too much. They can't be using this many ults. They use Shatter and Tire. Nothing happens. So
Muskingum came out very strong, but it looks like now they got backtracked by Marietta strong to push forward. This is honestly anyone's match at this point. If Muskingum pulls it around, they could take this match. It is very contested at this point. 99% for Marietta and Muskingum.
This is going to be the end of the overtime as well. Look at that. Again, like the huge, massive ante onto Muskingum gave way to so many kills on that last fight that it was incredible. He was going to be getting the play of the game here. It might have been from that grab where he got the double kill, or it could have just been when the Rhine's Shatter was canceled, but it's actually going to be on the initial point. There's the initial Shatter. That's going to be a lot of kills for Q. Again, very well done. Great team fight.
Muskingum, if they're wanting to take the next match, they will have to make sure that they're playing strongly throughout the whole game and not just the strong push at the beginning.
All right. I will say, oh yeah.
Yeah. Score update.
We'll get one right here.
Yep,
DMC.
that's it. Overwatch.
And there we go. So Marietta is up 1-0. Very, very well done, I'd say. One thing is that I feel like a huge issue that is happening with Muskingum is that they're burning all these ultimates and nothing's happening from them. A huge problem that they were having. Like, they got the grab off in one of those final fights. It happens. You hear the Ryan shouting out hammer down, but it is interrupted. He is killed. That's one ult that has no effect on the game. You see the Junkrat pull out his Tire. It gets destroyed by the Zarya. It has no effect on the game. That's 2 ultimates. That's an entire fight that is now lost simply because you have no ultimate value. The ultimate economy is now destroyed for Muskingum, and that is simply because of Marietta looking for those Tires, and because of Big O Energy just holding onto his Tire way too long. You can't be holding onto that Tire. If you know it's being damaged, if you know it's going to be destroyed, if it has been destroyed previously as it did by Poseidon, you got to just blow it up. Kill at least one person. It's better than getting your Tire destroyed. So you just have to do something with that Tire. If it's used just to get one pick off, it is better than it being targeted by Marietta and it having no value at all. They just weren't able to actually secure these picks, weren't able to get these ultimates off, and weren't able to do much about it.
It seems like Muskingum was just trying to get their ultimates out as soon as possible because they did not know if there would be another opening. But when they did approach that opening, it turns out that it had already been closed. And they came close a few times. However, it just wasn't at the right moment. And Marietta was able to take advantage of that. And hopefully they can bring it back up and have, with the team unison, be able to execute those ultimates at the right moment for them to be impactful.
This does look like we're on the right screen.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to Hanamura this time. Let's see how the compositions switch up. Again, those are just the ult economy. There was just not there for Muskingum. It was going to be very, very difficult for them to actually get stuff off if their ults are not even having an effect on the match. The sim wall at the very end trying to do something, but the anti is still able to actually get onto Muskingum and secure so many picks for the final fight. Again, Marietta's up, doing well. We'll see how they can do defending this initial choke onto onto the first doorway going into Hanamura. This map's a lot of fun, at least in my experience. However, the initial choke can be a little bit annoying to get past and to defend as well if you are going to be seeing a team that has a lot of just aggression, pushing straight through the initial door and just getting on the point. Some people do sim teleports, as we saw from Marietta previously. They just go straight to this doorway that I'm looking at, and we put a teleporter down on the point, and they just teleport straight onto it, and then everyone's split up, and then it's a really easy loss for Marietta. But again, Marietta saw those in their previous match and was able to stop them. They are running a sim from the Trev Daddy, so this might actually happen. We might see a sim teleport strat, and that might be something. It looks like they're going to do it. They are doing the sim teleport strat. They're all on top of point, and there's a huge ante on the Rhine as well as there's the Rhine taking out Shakendorf at the side and taking him out as well. And they couldn't get the res off as well. Again, the sim teleport strat does not work on Marietta. It just doesn't. It does not work. Like, that was incredible. That was so well done. C4 Gamer getting the sound wave kill onto the Ashe. Again, like we've all, for people who watched the match last week, we've all seen like how exactly I keep switching to the wrong perspective. I keep switching to Muskingum. I'm trying to get to Marietta's view, but my apologies. But we keep seeing that this sim teleport strat, it doesn't work. People try it. It does work if it's like an initial thing that people don't expect, but most of the time Marietta's ready for it. We saw it last match, and they tried it twice, and it didn't work. And they also tried it here. Muskingum's gonna try it. It didn't work. So we'll actually have to play this like use an actual strat per se, and just actually try and get through this choke. And there's Shakendorf getting the kill onto Big O Energy, as well as Q getting the Fire Strike kill onto Lava. However, Yuki's going to res Big O Energy, and we're going to see how effective. Like, another Fire Strike kill onto Big O Energy right after he's res, and the C4 Gamer also getting the kill onto Rafam. So, I mean, their ult economy is looking pretty good right now. Marietta has 3 ults. Yuki did just burn his ult, so they only have Moira Doom available, as well as Tyre coming out soon. And let's hope the Junk can actually utilize it this time. And we're actually going to see it. Let's see if we can just... Oh my goodness. That was incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 tires destroyed in a singular... Okay. And we're also going to see 2 Moira Beam kills, and it's going to see... There's Bob coming out from Marietta trying to contest points. Shakendorf getting a pick onto Queen, as well as Trev Daddy getting killed by Poseidon's Bob. I'm just going to say for a second, that's going to be a lost team fight. Lava is going to just drop off the map, as well as Yuki trying to get a reset off. Not a big deal. However, that was incredible. We're going to see Ryan use his Fire Strike, not only to kill 2 people in previous fights, but also to just demolish the Junkrat's hire. Again, the Junkrat needs to just kill someone with that thing. He's used it so many times, and he just cannot get a kill off with it. He keeps rolling his tire out and just gets destroyed. There's the Bob coming out from Muskingum. The Ryan has slept, as well as Anti at half health, and he's going to be taken down. He's not going to be taken down, actually. It's going to actually be 3 picks on the Marietta. I'd love to see Marietta somehow get out of this, but I doubt it's going to happen. Might as well be a lost team fight. Does not matter, because we do see that with less than 30 seconds remaining, that the first point is going to be lost by Marietta, but that's still a lot of time that was burned, and we're going to see how the next point will hold up for Marietta. Again, if they can just hold on to this second point and then just capture both points next round, that will be a 1 fight. Won't be a 1 game as well, and that will be Marietta will be up 2-0. This is going to be holding top left here as well. We're going to see how effective they're going to be at actually getting this push off. We're going to see the Hanzo arrow trying to scout out where they are. There is the Hanzo Dragons, but there's a massive shatter from the Rhine, getting straight on the Muskingum, but Rhine's not actually going to get a lot of things. Actually, never mind. There's Trev Daddy and Rafam being shut down, as well as Shakendorf taking out Big O Energy. Like, that's just so well done by Marietta. The initial Dragons force out some... They bring some tension to Marietta. It worries him a little bit, but then Ryan gets a massive shatter off of the False Hope that Muskingum had, that they were going to be able to push up, that they were going to be able to be like, okay, we have these dragons off, they're scared by the dragons, we'll just push up now. And then the Rhine gets the massive shatter off and almost gets killed, but then the refrag is gotten from the Rhine. Well, the Rhine isn't actually killed, he is on like 25 HP, and then their Rhine seeks aggression on this because he thinks he's going to get an easy pick off, but then gets killed immediately. Shakendorf getting multiple picks off as Junkrat. Very well done. Again, top left-hand choke, and we're going to see exactly. Oh, there, the Rhine is trapped. That was very well done. Gets trapped and antied and destroyed by the Junk Tire. Even though it's a singular pick, more picks than the other Junk has gotten. So more effect on the actual match is going to happen. Poseidon getting the kill on a Trev Daddy, the diamond player for Muskingum. Azadale getting a kill onto his mirror match. I mean, the ult's still looking really good for Marietta as well. And another melee kill from Azadale onto Energy. That's 4 ults coming up for Marietta, and only 2 currently for Muskingum. And Trev Daddy does manage to get a pick off on a Shaken Dwarf. However, even with a person disadvantage, they do have ults they can burn in case they do try and exactly get a push up. The Rhine was slept, I believe, for a small amount of time. At least it looked like it was from the overlay. I'm not sure exactly what that was. I believe it was. Again, they're just trying to take the top left-hand choke. They're actually going to go mid right now. They're actually just taking mid at this point. There's the more dragons, but there's going to be 2 dragon kills from Trev Daddy onto Shakendorf and C4. But the Rhine is going to be nanoed, and it looks like we're going to see a huge just dumping ults into this fight. And it looks like the Mercy's trying to get her Valkyrie off, but Bob is going to aimbot her into the next dimension, and we're going to see that another lost team fight from Muskingum. Very well done by Trev Daddy, though. He did get 2 picks on the Marietta with his dragons, but it wasn't enough because Marietta can just dump ults into this fight. However, it's not good because now they're coming up on the ult from Queen Pratt, ult from Big O Energy, as well as, I believe that's it actually. That's only going to be the 2 ultimates that they're going to have available for this actual fight, unless Trev Daddy can somehow get enough damage off to get his dragons out again. I kind of doubt it. And they do have Sound Barrier as well as Shatter for Rhine, so this fight can go either way. The Rhine Shatter does get completely blocked, and there's also the grab from Azadale, but it's not enough. Azadale takes out Lava, takes out Ash, takes out Rhine, takes out Mercy, as well as Trev Daddy getting a refrag onto Poseidon, questionably getting the Fire Strike off, Azadale getting the strike onto Hanzo. Beautiful. Beautiful job. I can't stress it enough. They just held the second point. Now if Marietta just gets 2 points, they win. That's just amazing. At least I believe so. I could be completely wrong. Remember that, because I could totally just be wrong about that, because I don't know if the point goes actually to both ways, but I believe that if they do get both points for this round, that they win this game, that they win this actual game, because they weren't actually able to get the second point off. So, yeah, not a big issue. Marietta's on the attack. We're gonna see how well Muskingum can set up for this match, and we'll get to get a look at how they're gonna try and defend against any sim teleport shots, but it looks like Marietta's not even going to dare run that. Big O Energy is going to get the sim as well.
Muskingum has made better use of their ultimates within the last match and using them more effectively and not just wasting them. So hopefully in this match they'll be able to do the same.
Yeah, I feel like the sim's just going to try and throw out all of her turrets, get some big setups off, try and just slow down Marietta, because the sim turrets not only damage you, but also slow you. They are one of the most annoying things in the existence of this game. We're going to see if that's going to be very useful. Trev Daddy gets the initial C4 kill off the Shaken Door. That's going to delay their push a little bit. A little cheeky, a little easy kill off spawn, but it looks like Junkrat is going to be split off for a small amount of time. That's going to buy them a little bit, and we're going to a little bit of extra time to make sure that they can hold on to this choke a little bit longer. We're going to see from Marietta's perspective exactly how we're going to be able to figure out a way to push past this choke. I see that the Rhine does get charged immediately though, but as it's refrag onto Lava, the Trev Daddy refrags onto Azadale. Teamfight's not going to be in Marietta's favor. However, the res is going to be going onto Lava after Shaken Dwarf gets the kill onto Energy. I mean, this fight's just sort of going back and forth. Lava getting the extra orb kill onto Shaken Dwarf. Top left's going to be held by the Genji. Actually, you know, top left's going to be doped by the Genji, but looks like they're not actually going to get past the initial choke. Ryan does get antied. Here comes the tire. Trev Daddy finally getting some picks off with his tire. So we're actually going to be... I'm glad that he has been able to get his tire off. I bet he's feeling a lot better about himself. A lot better than in previous rounds. That's going to be a much better execution. Muskingum may just need this to get it back into play. And it looks like seeing the Moira beam coming out from Muskingum, and we're going to see Marietta's tire. However, it is going to be taken out by Queen Pratt. Again, I feel like that was just a lot of issues with the Moira beam as well as the Zarya just waiting for that tire. I feel like that tire could have been more effectively utilized in a different location. As it gets the kill on Trev Daddy, as well as Big O Energy getting the kill onto Rhine. It's going to be initial. And then Poseidon does get a blade kill onto Queen Pratt. Again, you know, like, I would say that for most of this, that we're going to be seeing just a lot. Actually, Rafam is going to be killed from that anti. Again, very well done antis by Granny Tsunade. He has amazing antis and sleeps. And I feel like this is going to be a one team fight for Marietta. Looks like we're going to have the jump trying to stay on top of the point, but it's just not going to be enough for this. Azadale does use a solo grab onto the Mercy. I feel like that was just a panic grab just to make sure that he wasn't going to get that off. And it looks like the ball is going to try and contest as much as he possibly can. However, I feel like Muskingum's just too staggered at this point to actually get anything off. The ball is trying to do something to contest point, but they need to get rid of this ball as soon as possible, which is done. Shaken Dwarf's trap does a very effective job at stopping the ball from moving around. It is one of the best ways of using CC to make sure that the ball cannot just keep contesting point and moving around. That's one of the easiest ways for ball to just keep point contested. That's going to be the first point taken way faster than, I believe, way faster than the previous round. I believe this point is taken, and Marietta potentially can win this match very easily. This is going to be the Moira beam kill onto Poseidon, as well as the other ultimate from Trev Daddy, healing Q, as well as Shaken North has 2 ults burned, as well as the Sim Wall coming from Trev Daddy. So that's going to be 3 ultimates immediately burned by, just immediately being burned by Muskingum. Again, like, I'm impressed, but that is going to mess up their ult economy a little bit. So we're going to see exactly how this is going to affect Marietta. They do have 3 ults currently. They do have the tire, as well as, or Marietta does have the tire, as well as sound barrier, as well as nano. Anything could happen for this, you know. They just need to think of a plan, execute it, and here comes the Junkrat tire, and it looks like it's going to get a kill onto Big O Energy. So there's the Sim taken out, as well as Q taking out the Rhyme. Poseidon taking out the Ana. Trev Daddy does get the trap kill on the C4 gamer, but as he takes out Lava, as well as taking out Junkrat and Queen Pratt. That's a team kill. That's a final point. That's going to be the win. I was correct. Marietta does win the match. We are good. Okay, that's great. Marietta gets the second win, second map, 1 point away from taking this home, up 2-0. Very well done. And let's see Azadale's play of the game. Again, huge antis from Granny T. I'll just say, like, it's just amazing, well done. The team, like, again, like, I was getting a little worried because Trev Daddy got off the tire. He got 2 picks initially. He was able to get it off, and then Marietta tried to get their own tire off, and then their tire got and then their tire was actually taken out by Muskingum. So I think this should work. Yep, there we go. So the tire was taken out by Muskingum. I was like, oh, they finally got a taste of their own medicine. And then Ameria just gets these amazing team fights off. The ball comes and tries to contest the initial point. worries them for a little bit. They get the trap off, they kill the ball, move on to the next point. Then Muskingum burns 3 ultimates. A risky decision, you know, because if you're gonna burn 3 ultimates, how are you gonna hold up for the next fight, you know? But the sim wall was kind of unnecessary for that fight. They didn't use it in the third one, the last one, because they didn't have it. Marietta comes in with their I believe they nanoed Rhine, as well as just, again, huge antes. Like the antes make all the difference, because you physically cannot be healed at all as long as you are anteed, and that is exactly what Marietta took advantage of. So I'm just impressed. You know, this is a huge difference from the previous match. But yeah, any further comments?
Muskingum, they can take this win. As we were seeing, they did have unison at the beginning in use of their ultimates and in use of team direction. However, I think we were seeing in the last matchup where Marietta was the attacker, they were getting a little bit more defensive than they should have been. Yes, they were in a defensive style, and they had to defend the checkpoint, but they weren't being offensive and getting Marietta out of said checkpoint. So Marietta was able to get their players in and be able to take checkpoint A away from Muskingum. And when the ball came in, the ball didn't really have a lot of direction. It just seemed to be trying to take out as many Marietta players as possible, and there wasn't enough team backup in order to help them. So if Muskingum wants to take this final match, and if they do, there are still 3 more plays that they can take and win. However, they're going to have to redirect their focus and be aware that even if they are playing defensive, attacking, sometimes you need to do things that you otherwise may not think to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ball is just trying, again, he switches to a stall character, tries to just get on top of point, contest for his teammates, but Muskingum was too staggered to even hold on to that point. Like, they can't do it. At that point, they honestly should have just fallen back. But they wanted to just make sure that, oh, you know, maybe we could contest, maybe we could just get this back, but they couldn't. It was just too difficult for them to actually get something to where the ball would actually contest long enough for them to come back. By the time that the ball was there, the rest of the team had practically already reset, so it was a lost team fight in the end, and this allowed them to just push straight up to the point. Marietta goes towards it, gets killed, because 3 ultimates are burned by Muskingum. Again, 3 ultimates are used. Can't use them for the next fight. Marietta comes in as a sound barrier, as well as a nano, as well as we've either had, I believe they might have had Shatter, but I'm not sure. They had another ultimate, I believe. They had Tire. That's who they had. And Junkrat was able to get the Tire kill onto the Sim. Sim couldn't make any more. So even if the Sim was able to make that wall, or maybe the Sim wall would have been able to protect her in the next fight if she would have held on to it, as it was really unnecessary for the previous fight. Perhaps the Sim actually could have saved the team for that final fight, but he wasn't able to do that. No ultimate. Marietta takes the next point. Genji gets the quick dash kill. It's over, you know. Marietta is just finding these weaknesses, these blatant weaknesses that they have with their ultimate economy, as well as them using their ultimates and sometimes them not even having an effect on the match because they're being stopped or destroyed, like the Tire we've seen. It's going to have an effect on the match. It's going to give Marietta an opportunity, and they're going to take it, and they're going to get the win. It's like, even though it seems overcomplicated that it is, it's just almost like the win is just there and they're just taking it, because it's just so simple to see that the way that ults are being used, it's just not going to be effective. They have to make sure that they're either holding on to their ultimates, doing a dry fight, just like saying, you know what, let's not use any. If we lose it, we lose it, you know. And that's something that Marietta can do very easily, mainly because if they're on the offensive, they can lose a fight or two. It's not going to be an issue. But if Muskingum loses a fight, they lose the point, and they can only do that once. And then if they do it a second time, they're off the board. So again, up 2-0, Marietta, very, very well done. One more game, and it will be it for them. So,
Starting soon.
all right, we just got word the match will be starting soon. We'll see we'll see what map this is going to be on, and again, just very impressive, especially from Azadale, especially from Granny Tsunade. The ENTs are just doing an incredible job. I've also scrimmed with this team with Marietta, and Granny Tsunade, he's amazing with sleeps and antes. If I play Hog, I have no chance, you know. So it's very, very well done on Marietta. They have a very good team lineup right now. Beside usually playing heals, playing DPS here, he's getting picks off. He's playing Genji and he's getting these dash kills. It's not an issue. There's no problems going on here. It's very, very well done. So we're gonna have to see how this is gonna hold up for the next map. Looks like it's going to be on Hollywood. Another one of the maps that I actually do like this map a lot. The initial choke's pretty fun to play. And we'll see if there's gonna be any role swaps. If there's gonna be anything changing around. If Trev Daddy decides to do anything different. Again, I believe he's diamond in every role, so he's pretty flexible. But I feel like he's going to have to be able to.
All right, so we're going to be entering into the next game. And that is not to say, though, that Muskingum, there is a decisive moment to use more ultimates. And typically around the end of a match, if you have a lot of the players, and if you have 3 ultimates that you can burn through and get kills, that is a perfect time to do that. However, Muskingum, when they deliberately decide to use it, there's either not a lot of Marietta players around, or it's in a very inconvenient time where they decide to release all of their ultimates. And ultimates are one of those tricky things because you build up to it, and it's not something that you want to use all the time, but it is also something that you do need to use. It isn't something that you wait until the very last end of the match to use, because you can use it at the beginning because it builds back up. So Muskingum, in order to take this, they can do what they've been doing with the 3 ultimates, but they will have to prepare and think deliberately about when they're going to be releasing them and what players are going to be releasing them. If you have a healer and a DPS, another DPS releasing theirs, it may not be the best combination, where if you have your 2 DPS and your tank do it, and there's a lot of other Marietta players around, you can get kills.
We're gonna, we're gonna see how the ult count is gonna hold up for them right now. Marietta is gonna be holding the high ground on the initial choke. We're gonna see Trev Daddy pulling out the Ashe, as well as Yuki back on the Mercy. Lava still on the Moira, Queen Pratt on the Zarya, and Big Energy on the Reaper. Rafam getting hacked initially by the Sombra. That's going to be an easy kill for Azadale onto Rafam, as well as Q getting the kill onto Pratt, and Yuki being taken out by Poseidon. I feel like the team fight speaks for itself right now. Another wonderful hack onto the Reaper.
Big Energy is taken out by Poseidon.
Again, like the Reaper hack, once Reaper's hacked, he can't use his Wraith. He can't get away. So, like, that's a free kill. Once Reaper can't use his Wraith, that's what he uses to get out of fights, to escape. That hack is what decides if he lives or not. And exactly, that's what happens. Reaper's trying to get a teleport off onto high ground, but I don't believe he's actually able to. Actually, no, he teleported into the connector. And again, Sombra does not get the hack off onto the Reaper. I mean, you know, the Sombra has been really effective recently that I've been seeing from teams that I've been playing with and against. You know, it's just she's so effective at just denying so many areas of the team's strengths that, again, Ryan is hacked, can't use his shield, boom, dead. Again, it's just, it follows through. Q uses his ult, gets the kill. Granny T gets the anti-kill onto the Reaper.
C4 Gamer takes out Yuki, and Granny Tsunade takes out Lava. 2 kills by Marietta.
I know, that's gonna be another lost team fight for Muskingum.
We see that Trev Daddy has his ultimate in Muskingum. How will he release it? Because right now we have Lucio and Sombra on Marietta's side, and also Azadale now. 3 ultimates on either side. How will they release them, and how will they deliberately decide to use them? Muskingum has Yuki and Lava now too.
As well as, like, Shakendorf, as you can see, that Reaper, he pushes out, gets hacked, dead. It's a process at this point. The Reaper tries to push out, but the Sombra is just getting so many easy hacks on the Reaper. The Sombra is what is making sure that the team is just not losing a fight. The Bob comes out, as well as the Zarya grab, the hack onto the Bob. Bob can't shoot anymore. There's the EMP, as well as the huge, massive anti onto Muskingum. That was a really well done fight. However, I feel like a few too many ults were dumped into that fight by Marietta. I feel like, I mean, the grab came out, the EMP came out, the nano came out. I mean, I understand that the fight is going to require some ults, but I'm not sure if that many ults are required. But again, you know, they still have sound barrier. However, I feel like they played their cards right, because all that Muskingum also has is simply grab, which is going to be coming up currently. We're going to be seeing that they're finally going to make their final push onto the point. The Sim turret's going to be really annoying. The Shatter's also going to be blocked. There's the grab from the Azadale, but then there's going to be the sound barrier stopping them from being able to get anything off. Ryan's going to try and get any extra kills off. Rafam taking out C4 and Azadale and the Granny Tsunade. That's going to be a one-team fight for Muskingum, and that's going, again, exactly what I predicted. Too many ults from Marietta were dumped into that fight. I feel like the EMP could have saved them from that. The EMP was a bit unnecessary in the previous fight sometimes, and I get what this is. It's like this. It's like fear with ultimates. You fear the team fight's gonna be lost. Oh, we just dumped 2 ultimates in this, and we're still gonna lose. I'll use my ultimate, so that way I can make sure the team fight is won. But then you use it in a place that it's actually unnecessary, and the fight would have been lost anyway because of the massive anti that was gotten by Granny Tsunade. Next fight is lost because there is no EMP to follow up. Ryan Shield about to be taking out. There's the Bob from Muskingum. Both Ryan Shields are down. Some bubbles trying to come out, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to be the shatter, massive shatter from Rafam. That's going to be another one-team fight. So yeah, looks like Muskingum's not playing around at this point. Marietta did defend the initial point for a long time. Muskingum is only going to be able to have 2 minutes to actually get this part to the next checkpoint. However, Shagendorf does initially get taken out by the Ashe. Again, Marietta is still up 2-0, so we're going to see if how well this first round performs. A lost team fight means just lost distance for Marietta, so they just have to make sure that they do not get to this next point. There's the Rhine being hacked, I believe. Actually, no, the Rhine was being hacked by Muskingum. Pratt does get the kill onto Q. Asno gets the kill on the Shrev Daddy. There's the Sim wall coming out and trying to just protect against any extra damage. The next point is super close, but there's going to be the Shatter coming out from the Rhine. And there's going to be the Bob coming out from the Ashe from Poseidon, Shagendorf. There's the sound barrier, just dumping ults into the fight, just trying to get the point taken. And it looks like Marietta's going to still have 2 ults left over, the Nano as well as the EMP. However, that does not mean that much, as Muskingum also has 3 ultimates available for use whenever they need to. So, ultimates were a little bit dumped here. In this fight, you know, the Moira Beam, I don't really consider that much of an ult since it charges up so fast, or at least it used to charge up so fast from what I remember. However, still going to be really difficult to combat against. The EMP can be used, but like to deny ultimates and just get another team fight off. But looks like he is going to be coming up on a Shatter soon. There's the Moira Beam coming out, as well as a grab coming out. But there's the EMP, very well done. Where did that grab go? The grab from Muskingum had no effect. I did not see it get used at all. That was very inefficient ultimate location by Muskingum. That's a one-team fight for Marietta. That's impressive. I do not know where that grab went. The Valkyrie does come out from Yuki. Trev Daddy looking to see if he can just place Bob to contest point, as Rafam is trying to figure out a way. There is the Bob trying to contest the point, as I predicted. Here comes the Rhine, I believe, trying to figure out a way that he can just get to point. There he is, going to try to pull out his Shatter. Just figure out a way that he can just get on the point, keep people off the point. It's looking a little bit scary for Marietta. They're going to have to watch for this Shatter. Hopefully Q can block it. If he can block this Shatter, it might be. There's the block Shatter, as well as the sound barrier. Very well done by Marietta. There's the grab from Azadale. It looks like Ryan's just going to have to figure out a way to just keep his shield up, do not let anyone live. And there's the Sim turrets from Big O Energy taking out C4 Gamer, as well as Azadale being taken out from either Ryan. And then there's Ashe taking out Q, but Granny T does not go down without a fight, taking out Lava. Big O Energy taking down Granny. There's the Fire Strike. There's the Res on the Lava. That's a lost team fight for Marietta. Still very well done by Marietta, predicting that Rhine Shatter, getting the Shatter blocked. I'm just saying, like, that's impressive. Like, that part of the fight. Even though it was lost, that was still really, really cool to see. Now we're going to be pushing up to the next elbow. We'll see exactly how this this Z formation of the card is going to be done. They do have 60 seconds to get it to the final point, and Ryan is on fire, just pushing ahead initially, trying to get some sort of damage off, but Azadale's coming back with that aggression to make sure that it's actually going to not be effective for him. Yuki getting the res onto the Ashe, Q getting the kill into Rafam, Shakendorf getting the dynamite kill into Trev Daddy. I mean, you know, not much they can do there. They should not push out past that initial stage choke, as there are 3 sim turrets blocking their way, which they don't need to get aggressive. They have card control. They do not need to worry. And it looks like we're going to see the Moira beam coming out from, and as well as there is the EMP from the Sombra from Marietta. There's 3 picks from Marietta right there. There's Queen, Yuki, Ryan, Moira, Trev Daddy. I mean, if that's a lost team fight, if that is not a lost team fight, I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be only 2 checkpoints taken by Muskingum. Couldn't get it all the way to the end. Now Marietta, all they have to do is just push it all the way to the final checkpoint, and that's going to be a 1 game set match for Marietta. So yeah. Amazing. I'm very impressed by the way Marietta played that. Because some team fights, they're gonna be lost, you know, because of just dumping ultimates, and just, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily, no one can actually just win, you know, like every single fight, because sometimes they can be like, okay, no matter how good you are, I can just use this ultimate and just dump it into this fight. There's really no way you can win. And the ultimate allocation at the beginning was a little bit sketchy. You know, we used 2 ultimates, the fight was going fine, and then the EMP came out sort of unnecessarily, and then they weren't able to use it for the second fight. They lost the initial card. Card gets pushed up to the second checkpoint, then cannot get pushed up to the final one. So
we did have a switch on Trev Daddy's part and Yuki's part, and we don't know what Azadale is going to do in Marietta.
I believe, yeah, if I'm right, Azadale's probably, back on the Zarya. Azadale, I wouldn't call him a one-trick Zarya, but he's really good on Zarya. So I feel like he's going to stick with his comfort pick.
And especially now, switching heroes may not be the best thing to do, because Marietta can still pull out with the tie here. However, if he were to switch, it could change the team dynamic, because we already had changes on Muskingum's end.
So we're gonna see this choke. More sentry turrets coming out from Big O Energy, trying to but it's gonna be denied by Marietta. Initial push. They're past the choke now. They've given up the choke control, and it looks like Ryan is extremely low, gonna be taken out by Big O Energy. Ryan should have fallen back a little bit there to get some extra heals. He was bubbled, but it wasn't going to be enough exactly. Teleport is going to be destroyed by the Azadale. That's going to be initial pick onto the Ryan. That's not going to be good for a team fight. The best thing to do is just fall back, reset, give up some time. It's okay. You got 3 minutes to burn. It's all right. You don't need to worry that much about it. That's going to be a fire strike kill as soon as the Ryan is back onto Big O Energy, giving a taste of his own medicine. And we'll see that they're actually going to push onto the site. Ryan does get anti, killed by the Torp turret, as well as C4 Gamer, aimbotted. Shakendorf, aimbotted. As well as Azadale, aimbotted by Torbjorn himself. Lava getting killed onto Granny T. That Torb turret was the play of the game right there. So, like, they're gonna have to figure out a way to take that thing out. Torb turrets are annoying, but you gotta get past them. You gotta do something about them. You can't just die to them and complain about them. You have to see that Torb turret, kill the Torb turret, figure out something to do about it, because Torb is underestimated. He's going to be able to actually get this stuff off. And there's the Molten Core putting down the lava floor, and it looks like it's going to be a huge shatter, however, onto Muskingum. It's not exactly going to be enough. It's going to be another huge team fight lost by Marietta. Again, this is the last point. This is the last part of the last map of the match they need. They just need to get this point, push it all the way there. This is the final stretch. This is all they have to do. So they shouldn't have too much pressure on them. If they gotta lose a team fight, go ahead. Just lose a team fight. It's all right. If you want to lose a team fight, get your ults back, dump ults into it. You can do that as well. Just you have nothing to lose here, because you're just, there we go. Azadale coming out with the grab, and then there's going to be the anti onto the Ryan. The sim wall is going to block the Ryan from damage, but Azadale's going to be taking out Q, getting multiple kills onto Muskingum. Q is just unstoppable at this point. Charge kill onto Trev Daddy. Fire strike kill onto Azadale. Team kill. You know, it's there's the point. That's all he needed to do. Just set up, use the ultimates, allocate them. Let's look at the ult economy right now. 2 ults for Muskingum. And as well, coming up on 3 ults. Actually, coming up on 3 ults for Muskingum, coming up on 3 ults for Marietta as well. Again, ult economy is still good, still in the clear. Very, very, very well done. Let's see if they can just get it to the final point. As you can see, the yellow marker at the top middle of the top mid of the screen shows that that's where all they have to get it to. Huge hack, but also a huge ante on the Marietta. Not going to be enough. Azadale cleaning up as well as Q, taking out the entirety of the team. C4 Gamer getting a nice melee kill onto Trev Daddy's turret. Everyone loves to make sure that thing is taken out. So, again, very, very good allocation. The ults were burned. Again, Muskingum does have a little bit of an advantage, and also they're coming up on 3. C4 Gamer does have his sound barrier to interrupt a little bit. Trev Daddy taking out the side, and although questionable getting the refrag on with the energy. And there's the Molten Core coming out with the Lava Floor, as well as the grab and the Moira Beam. There's going to be the Lucio ult trying to... That's all 4 ults. That's 4 ultimates being burned right there. That was 4 ultimates being used for that fight. That's a lot of ults being burned. So I'm not exactly sure why Muskingum would use that many ults, because they used the Lava Floor, they used the Moira Beam, they used the Nano, and they used one more. I believe it was the Grab. They used the Grab as well. All that Marietta used was the sound barrier, and it was a lost team fight. But now they're on the advantage. There's the grab from Marietta's side. There's C4 Gamer's kill. There's a huge ante on a Muskingum taken out. The Ryan was actually survived a lot longer than I expected. Ryan's ante doesn't really matter though. It's going to be all the smaller heroes that can easily be taken out left on the board. And it looks like the Moira's going to try and get an extra kill. Azadale taking out his mirror match as well as taking out Lava. Very well done. And we're going to see, it looks like it's going to get to the next point. All they have to do is push it past that second elbow, get it there, win the game. As you can see by that yellow marker that Bob is initially on, all they have to do is get it there, and they win. Azadale getting an incredible amount of kills. I can hear Azadale screaming right now. An incredible amount of picks off. That was so well done. That might as well be game. Another melee kill onto his mirror match. I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel like we already know what's coming. The Ball's trying to figure out a way to contest, get something off. He gets slept, and he gets demolished. That is a 1 game. Very well done by Marietta.
Very well done.
I'm so impressed. Azadale just going off. I wouldn't, like, you can say carrying the team. I would say just taking advantage. So, like, he just destroyed them right there. Q with the Nano, as well as the grab advantage, taking out literally everyone. So well done. And I don't know how he killed Torb there, but he somehow did. That charge, I didn't see the Torb go in front of him, but that's going to be a 3-0 win for Marietta. A huge difference from the previous match. They get 0-3'd, next match they 3-0. So this was very well done, very impressive, and that is going to be the... Yep.
And I do think on Muskingum's end, they did show a lot of effort. They did show that they were trying to push for the win. However, in the end, what befell them was what they had stumbled to first, and that was, in fact, just wasting their ultimates and burning through them. In the final match, we saw 4 ultimates being wasted. And not only were they 4 ultimates, they were 4 very good ultimates that could have been used during the final payload when they were trying to push the car through.
Yeah, like, I'd say again, a huge weakness of Muskingum is their ultimate allocation. If they, exactly as you said, like, when they have 4 ultimates coming, like, okay, like, Muskingum's on the advantage here, they can hold this off. Marietta doesn't have as many ultimates as Muskingum does. And then they use the Lava Floor, and then they use the Grav, and then they use Moira Beam, and then they nano the Moira. I'm like, okay, you're using a lot, but yeah. It's
Yeah, very well played. So we're just moments away from our League of Legends match.
All
so
right.
We're gonna get that set up. So great win by the Pioneers in Overwatch. Congratulations to them. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a few minutes.